Hi guys, this is Spartan765. Make sure it's recording. Okay, there we go. Guys, Spartan765, and today I'm doing a video on the disassembly of the Ruger LC9. First thing you're going to want to do is pop your magazine out. Magazine is loaded in this one because this is my carry gun. Make sure it's not chambered. Okay, good. Okay, now the first thing you're going to want to do with the disassembly of the Ruger LC9, as far as taking it apart goes, is push down. There's this little takedown door that protects the takedown pin from falling out. Now, in order to take the pin out, you can do it without a tool, but you have to pull the slide back about 2 millimeters, hold it there, and then, tap it out like that. And if you do it enough times, you'll get where you won't be shaky, or the slide will be just where it's supposed to be. I did it right there. But I'm going to put that back in there. I'm going to show you guys how to take it apart using a tool. Now you can use any tool. I mean, if you bought a Ruger LC9, it's going to come with this little key, which is for this ridiculously unnecessary gun lock on the side there. Now what you do, just push it down, pull the slide back 2 millimeters, and you'll see right here there's a little groove right in there. That's where the pin is. Just push it up right out, just like that. See how the key pushed the pin right out? Okay, good. Next step is just slide the slide off of the frame. Okay, there you have the frame. If you guys want a detailed video on how to take the receiver out of the frame and take the trigger assembly apart, feel free to send me a message and I will do that. I did remove the magazine safety on this one, magazine disconnect, because I don't like that on guns. I think it's a pointless safety. Something that's just irritating. But takedown of the Ruger LC9, as far as taking this receiver out, is pretty simple. You pop these two pins out here. Now, these pins can be kind of confusing to some people. Some people might think they're just casting marks from when they made the frame, but those are actually plastic pins. So you pop those out, and then just get a little screwdriver under here like this here, and just pull that up a little bit, and then pull that out. You're going to hear a snap. That's going to be the actual trigger sear. I'm going to go back. Nothing's going to blow apart on this. That's the nice part. And then you just lift it out. Your trigger bar might fall off. You put it back on. You guys want me to do a video on that? Send me a message and I'll do a video on how to take it apart. Next step in the field stripping is to remove the spring guide, recoil spring. Now this pistol here happens to have a dual spring. And what this is it just enhances, makes the recoil lighter, and it also makes it easier to disassemble. Because if you have one big long spring in there, trying to get that big long spring, pushed all the way in there, in that little tiny space, it's not going to work too well, and there's not enough room for a big long spring. So you just got a higher tension spring and a lower tension spring, which equal the tension of a bigger spring. Next step is to pull the barrel up, lift it out, and up, slide it right out. There's a disassembly field strip. Now if you want to know how to take apart the slide, let me know and I'll make a video for you guys. Slide's pretty simple to take apart. As far as popping the firing pin out, it's not too big of a problem. Okay, now to put the gun back together, very carefully slide the barrel in and back. Put your spring guide, recoil spring back on there. Make sure it sits right in that little notch. Now, one thing I'm going to point out about the Ruger LC9s, the spring guide, believe it or not, is actually plastic. I didn't know that until I bought the gun, but that's no big deal. I mean, there's no reason it actually needs to be metal. There's no strain on it at all. Haven't had a problem with it yet. One of the most reliable pistols, subcompacts I've ever bought. I like it, so don't let that plastic spring guide deter you from buying the gun. I mean, this particular firearm was handgun of the year in 2011. If you want to buy an aluminum one, you can get them online, or a steel one. But personally, I don't think it's required. And just slide your slide back on. Pull it back 2 millimeters. And then drop your pin in here. Now I always like to make sure there's a nice amount of oil on the pin, because that's a friction point in there. That's where the barrel locks around, is that pin. And do a function test. Pull the trigger, make sure everything works. Seems to be working perfect. Okay, that's the Ruger LC9 field strip video. If you guys got any comments or questions, send me a message or video request. Spartan765 out.